Well, it's safe to say Muzan is not happy. He lost to one of his upper ranks and not happy by the performance of the other upper ranks. But we are back once again in Demon Slayer, and it's good to be back. This was like an hour-long special episode, and it was a very good one. Like I said, it started off with Muzan talking to his upper ranks, and looks like he's looking for something called the Blue Spider Lily, and he's been wanting his upper ranks to look for it, and they're not able to find it. And apparently they've been looking for a very long time, more than 100 years, since it was 113 years that they even met together. Muzan's like, I ain't having it. You guys need to step up your game, figure out some stuff, and either kill them or figure out where this Blue Spider Lily's at. I like the way Muzan always shows up in different ways, whether he shows up as a lady, a child, he's showing up like as a chemist, and, you know, looking all nice and dapper with a vest and everything. I was like, oh dang dude, sucks that you're pure evil, but you looking pretty spiffy right there. Regardless, after this, we get back to Tanjiro, and Tanjiro is backing at him, and apparently he was out for 2 months in like a coma as his body's trying to heal up. I mean, there was a lot to heal. Shoot, he got stabbed through the jaw. I mean, basically he got stabbed through the jaw and it was coming out his mouth. It's like, oh Lord. So, I mean, they were pretty messed up. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, they're all pretty banged up from the last fight. And but hey, they won. But now, it seems like this next arc is not gonna have Zenitsu and Inosuke. They're off on their own missions. Tanjiro is going to the Swordsmith Village to inquire about his sword. Just so happens he meets some Hashiras over there. Now, I've heard when this Swordsmith Village arc was announced, apparently everyone and their mother kept talking about this scene right here. Now, I'm not showing the lower half of the scene for obvious reasons, but a lot of people were saying that this one will be spicy. Now, it kind of was. They tamed it as much as they can. Now, granted, yes, we have the Wind Hashira here, and later we have the Mist Hashira, and it seems like these two are going to be the partners in crime Tanjiro is going to have through this arc. Now, granted, at this moment in time, Tanjiro needs his sword, because we know that there's danger around the bend, but he doesn't have his sword, nor does he have the guy to repair his sword. And thus starts this arc as Tanjiro is trying to figure out, hey, sorry for chipping my sword, but I need it. And one thing I'm wondering is whether or not they're going to delve into a little bit more about the whole swords. In season 1, we were told that the sword that Tanjiro got is rare, and, you know, I believe it was the Black Blade, and that it has special properties, but we don't know any special properties. I do not know. I mean, I'm wondering whether or not they're going to delve into that and talk about, like, okay, why is this sword special? Does it give special abilities? Does it give you bonuses? Or, you know, does it make him quicker? His slice is better? You know, things that could power up our main character here. Because we had some really crazy stuff happen in the entertainment arc. So I'm really looking forward to this arc to be like, all right, what new powers are we going to do? What's going on here? And there was a lot that I picked up on just this first episode. Not even just the episode itself, but let's kind of talk about a little bit of the episode and the new theme song. I think the theme song may hint towards some things that it didn't want to hint towards that I picked up on. In different parts of this episode, there was this guy right here was hinted, talked about. We don't really know too much about him at this point in the story. Now, I'm sure manga readers know exactly everything about him, who he is and what he does. But as we can see, he has the mark over his forehead like Tanjiro. He has the earrings like Tanjiro. It's like, okay, there's some similarities here. What's going on? Who is this guy? There was even some slight things hinted even in the theme song. Before this episode ended, and like it ended literally right at this point right here, Tanjiro sees him and it's like, hey, who's that? Wait, isn't that the guy that I've been dreaming about? But there's another part here. So let's delve a little bit here in the theme song. We just saw images of this guy, but notice in the theme song that at this moment that Tanjiro is using his fire blade, that, oh, that's not Tanjiro's shadow there. Wait, that's the image of the guy who we were talking about and looking at earlier. Why does it show him? Is there something that we need to know about him? Is there something that ties him to Tanjiro? Now, granted, of course, there's a lot of things that ties him to Tanjiro. We can actually look at it and literally see all the similarities between him and Tanjiro, but that's another statement for another time. But why in the theme song did it show him like beside him, like as a shadow? Curious. Another thing, we already know the Swordsmith Village is going to be attacked. That's not a spoiler. And we also know that, of course, there's the Hashiras there, and then there's the upper ranks that they have to fight. Okay, granted. But why is it showing Nezuko here? Like, it did show Nezuko is powering up and such in the theme song, but then it pans to Nezuko, like, turning back on them. So it's like, wait, is Nezuko gonna get captured? Or is something gonna happen to Nezuko? To where she's in the fight somewhat, but then not in the fight. And another thing that leads me to think about this is this next scene. Here it's showing literally everyone, you know, all the main characters are going to be in this plot and this arc itself. You know, you got Tanjiro, the Hashiras, you know, all them Swordsmiths people. Okay, why isn't Nezuko in this panel? I mean, she's very important, right? That's Tanjiro's sister. You know, she should be there fighting along them. Why isn't she like right there, right next to him? Okay, but then why does it pan out from them into the grass, and then all of a sudden we see the thing that Nezuko goes into Nezuko's mouth? So why is it on the ground and not with Nezuko? So a lot of these clues are making me think something happens to Nezuko. Does she get captured by the upper ranks? Do they try to like recruit her or something? Like, is something gonna more happen to Nezuko that we need to worry about or think about? So there's a lot of little tidbits, breadcrumbs there that I'm gonna be looking for as the season goes on. But I will say one thing if you see my reaction, I did comment about it. The actual graphics that's on this anime is top notch, top tier, and amazing. Just the beginning when they were in the Infinity Castle, when Muzan was talking to his upper ranks, like, I mean, there was a scene where everything just kind of blew up and the explosions and the glass shattering, and it was just like, God, the graphics on this anime just continuously gets better and better. No wonder they keep making movies off of this anime, because it's just, they keep bringing the quality higher and higher on it, and I'm loving it. It's great, it's amazing. So I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to seeing how things develop. I'm looking forward to seeing how they grow the characters that we already know and love. Sucks if they actually leave out Inosuke and Senzetsu, and maybe they'll have their own little power up, you know, next time that Tanjiro sees them. You know, makes sense if they do, but ever so slightly, they're making Tanjiro more and more powerful to the point that one of these days he's going to be a Hashira himself. I'm looking forward to it. I love whenever our main character gets some type of new level, power up, increases in some way, whether they learn it or they get some item and something invigorates them. I don't know, but we're gonna have a lot of backstory. We got, you know, Hashiras coming. I'm sure we'll get backstories about them. We'll probably get backstories on the upper rank demons when they show up, as Tanjiro tries to understand them and such. I mean, we're gonna learn more and more, so I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a nice ride, and I hope you guys are ready for it. So make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys subscribe so that you guys can see more reviews on this anime and others like it. In the meantime, you guys be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. dominant,